So Kendrick Lamar dropped a new album yesterday, GNX. So here are my thoughts on each song on this album. Whacked Out Murals is a crazy song lyrically. Kendrick got a lot off of his chest on this song. He had so many crazy bars. And that's a theme throughout this album. Kendrick talked his shit throughout the whole album. But from a personal enjoyment factor, I don't think this song is much enjoyable. It just gets a little boring for me, especially it's a pretty long song for just a lyrical masterpiece. And then next on the album is Squabble Up, which I think is a pretty good song. I think there's definitely better songs on the album. It's not that crazy, but it's a good song overall. And then next on the album is Luther, which is where we get introduced to SZA on this album. This is one of my favorites off of the album. This is a very good song. And then next up is another lyrical masterpiece, Man at the Garden. Like I said, this is a lyrical masterpiece. This entire album, Kendrick goes crazy. Dude definitely had a lot to get off his chest. And then we got Hey Now, which is a good song. I think it's on the same level as Squabble Up because I don't think it's anything like too crazy, like best on the album crazy. But nonetheless, it's a very solid song. And then next up, I think the first 10 out of 10 on this album is Reincarnated. This is one of the craziest songs I've heard. Lyrically, this thing is insane. And the emotion on this song that Kendrick got off, this is probably one of the best songs I've heard from Kendrick. And then what I could definitely see being the most popular off this album is TV Off. It's already going crazy on TikTok, and I'm not gonna lie, at first I did not like this song at all. It sounds too much like a Not Like Us 2.0. But the more I listen to it, the more it grows on me. It is a very hard song, and the beat switch is crazy here. Then the next song is Dodger Blue, which I could see being one of the most underrated on the album. It's a kind of a chill song, there's not much to it. But either way, I do really like this song. I think the beat is really good here, and it's just a nice, chill Kendrick song. Then the next track is Peekaboo, which it's fair to call this one of the weaker songs on the album. I've seen people call this song Buns, which I don't agree with that. I think it's very catchy. I do like this song, but out of the rest of the album, it's definitely bottom tier. And then the next song is one of, if not the best song that has dropped this year, The Heart Part 6. This is an 11 out of 10 masterpiece. I think this is the best out of the Heart series, best on the album easily, and one of the best songs that have dropped this year. I think it is the best song that has dropped this year. But then directly after a masterpiece best on the album is the worst on the album, in my opinion, the title track, GNX. I love Kendrick, but there is not one thing I like about this song. I think the features are horrible, the beat is not good. This song is trash. And then a high end to this album is Gloria, another song with SZA. This is another song that is a storytelling masterpiece. This thing is amazing. Very high end to the album, and it's probably top 3 on the album. But those are my thoughts on every new song on his new album, GNX. Like I said, my favorite off the album is The Heart Part 6, and I think it's easily the best, but let me know what y'all's favorite and least favorite is on this album.